It's come out like a power with an M. Rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rabbit into the rapids of being rapping and rattling rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically right. You're vigorous, spinning right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the spectre, you should respect her. I don't expect a special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the present now. I'm present. I'm present. Present. Come out. Come out. Come out. Come out.
You better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Broncos going up against the Raiders. So for the call of this Week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. This is Derrick Henry, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on second and 2. To throw here, and this is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Fresh set of downs here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch 8-9. Watch 8-9. He's yours.
Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch left. Stop right there.
Here we go now. Watch it now, boy. Take that it up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping laughs. week, and they got it done in the game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Right. You got right. Hey. Let's go.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now let's go. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriots. No. Check. Patriots. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Detroit!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's the rookie Derrick Henry that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second tallest quarterback in league history at 6'7". It's Brock Osweiler.
I saw Brock Osweiler throw in a practice session while he was in college, and it's never left me the memory of how smooth he was throwing the ball, how accurate he was, and what a catchable ball he threw.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
second down. Here's Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got time, and he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Play clock winding down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. 3-99 Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other. But on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
On second down, Osweiler. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense. Still first down.
The penalty. Here's Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
They run it here with Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they'll give a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. Open man, it's Allen. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now here come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The previous play is under review. After reviewing the play, the movement on the field is reversed.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. They'll get the football here. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So now on 4th down, Chuck Pagano turns to the field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Three yards left to grab here on third down.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them down. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the shotgun, Osweiler to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And look at this. It's a fake. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, Osweiler. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Osweiler, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. This is Gordon on the dump off. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Osweiler. Can't find anyone open. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Carlos Williams that time. And that brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that. And that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day's ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down following the run.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding time. Wide open receiver, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Raiders have cruised into halftime with the lead. The Broncos came into today's game coming off an impressive win, but they'll need to turn it around to find their way back in the win column. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Raiders have it at the 2. Henry's is going to cruise off the right side, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Raiders up by a touchdown. Raiders have it midway through the first. They're going to come away with another sack here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Third down at the 36. The connection is made in the middle of the field. And the pass and catch will end up going for 21 yards. Broncos would later fumble and turn the ball over. So that'll do it for us. Let's get back out to Oakland now as we turn it back over to Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Osweiler. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go!
throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And Roberts with it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down.
Tight right. Here we go now. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Brandon Cooks with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A host of Raiders in on the tackle.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Denver. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Strong right, strong right.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Third down and 1.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come up in an offset eye. A first down carry for Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Tight, watch left.
Set. Green 19.
The pitch to Henry. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, The angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Oh, 4th and short, right at midfield. This is where you tell your offense, I've got faith in you guys to get me a few yards. And sure enough, they repay that faith and keep the drive moving with a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
A give to Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
To throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one. And it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They go play action now. Osweiler. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Osweiler on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's a first down for the Broncos.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Again, Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. He's got and pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on fourth down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. Turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Here we go! 190! 190!
They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And eventually brought down, but not before an effective use of the hurdle there allows him to pick up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A stampede of Broncos there that time combined to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 34. Time running out here on the play clock. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2nd down and 4.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. One man in the backfield is Gordon. On 1st down, Osweiler. Allen has it, left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So the 2nd consecutive week here that he has been just a minor part of this offense. What's going on?
I think part of that is that defenses now view the tight end position as a major part of offenses. So they game plan for them. More double coverage. Sometimes they take a really good cover player and put him on the tight end as opposed to other positions. Because in the past, the tight end was...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw again is Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. Just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less. So they're going to feel like they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.